Hey everybody, today I'm going to be explaining how ACs work, also known as air conditioners. Yes, I absolutely love ACs and I think they're absolutely fascinating. I think they're really cool. So yeah, what happens? What happens when you turn your AC on is there's a coil on the inside called the evaporator. Now, when you turn your AC on, the evaporator coil gets cold. Now what happens is your AC doesn't actually make cold air. It uses cold refrigerant from the evaporator coil. Now what happens is when the air gets sucked in through the intake where the evaporator coil is, the heat and the humidity get absorbed. And then when that happens, it puts out cooler air coming out of top. Or in this case, if you have central AC, you have the supply going from the air handler. If you have, the air handler in the basement or wherever it's installed now. Now they have packaged central AC units, which means everything is outside. You have the condenser, the evaporator, the blower. You have, like I said, everything's outside. It's not in the actual house. But most central AC systems, you have the condenser on the outside, the air handler on the inside. Usually it's in a basement, but if you don't have a basement, it would like be in a crawl space or a closet, depending on how your house is set up. So yeah, that's just the parts and a little bit of what it does. Anyways, I have an AC right next to me. This thing is designed for a wall now. A window AC, when you put it in the window, you have to put the side curtains and a bar on and the other side curtain. Now, if you live in one of those apartment complexes, like where I used to live, for example, where I used to live before I moved to these places that I'm in now, they had the sleeves, so you would just slide the unit in and then put like a collar around it and it would seal everything up. Now, this unit's from 2001, so let's just say this thing is really old. It's pretty much as old as I am. I was born in 2000, so yeah, pretty cool stuff. Anyways, what happens is, now an AC, like I said, is supposed to take the heat and bring it from outside. Now, your evaporator coil, when that's cold and when the air gets sucked in, it gets absorbed. Now, also when you're running these, they don't just cool your room down, but they also remove humidity. Now, part of that, what happens is when the humidity gets removed, the evaporator gets sweaty. Now, when it sweats, water goes down the coil and into a pan, and then after a certain amount of water goes in there, if you have a central AC system, it would like go into the tube and then get pumped out to outside, depending on the type of setup you have. So yeah, that's how that works. Now, if you have a window AC or a through the wall AC, they work pretty much the same way. There's a pan, and then when the water runs down, it actually, one side has a hole, so when the water goes into that side, it goes into the back, and then the fan will splash it and pick it up and throw it on the condenser, which, will keep the unit cooler, but over time, if it just sits there, it's just going to rot out the base fan, and then if you have any, like, refrigerant lines down there, those will start leaking because metal and water don't go good together. They oxidate, it corrodes it, and then eventually rusts out. So yeah, what people would do is, I go on YouTube and one of my subscribers, his channel name is Jordan Yu, and no, he's not from Japan, but Jordan Yu his name is like, yeah, Jordan U. We're gonna call him Jordan U because that's what his channel name is. But when he gets a unit and looks at the inside, he always likes to make sure that there's holes in these things. So what he does is he drills a hole right where the back is, but he does it like towards the end so the water doesn't sit in there and then rots it out. That's how you would make your ACs last longer, by drilling a drain hole in the back. But please don't drill through the coils, because once you puncture a refrigeration line, it's game over. Then you're gonna have to buy a new unit unless you're a refrigeration tech or something. Then you could recharge it, but gotta know what you're doing with these things. I mean, I've watched many AC videos throughout my life, and I really enjoy it. It's one of my favorite things still to this day. So yeah, that AC that's right next to me, I've had that thing since I was born, and it still does somewhat work, but it's doing something really strange. When it first starts up, it gets cold, but then after a while of it running, it starts blowing warm out the front, and then at the back it gets hot. So something's definitely up with the metering device or whatever it is. It doesn't sound like it has a lot of refrigerant in it. So yeah, like I said, this thing is 23 years old. I'm amazed the thing still even powers on. It doesn't have a hard time, but sadly they don't make things like they used to. It's a shame, because all companies, what they care about is money now. And yeah, let's just say this world is about money and not about quality anymore, which it's really sad, and it's a shame. But that's the world we live in, and unfortunately that's just what people want. We want money, we don't want quality anymore. Things back in the day used to be made to last and not give you a hard time, and they also were meant to be serviced. Just like with new computers now, if you get just a normal computer or a laptop, you gotta replace it if it acts up. That's why I like the older laptops, for an example. You can open them up and service them. Anyways, I'm getting a little off topic. Anyways, I'm gonna be taking a video of that AC so I can show you how it works, and like what the different sound means. So I'll be back on my phone, and then we will take it from there.